She squeezes my hand again. I sit upright in the pew, trying to pretend I'm not flirting with the netherworld I've neglected on continuous nights now. My cousin pinches my hand as if the pressure around my knuckles will somehow recapture the tears that escape towards her lips. Our uncle, James Gibson, lays restless, or rather rested, in front of us, encased in the powder blue casket that draws many eyes of the room for its uniqueness as it does for the man residing in it. My memory betrays me as I glance at him. His skin, darkened and stretched over the size he gained, the fluid that ran free before his death, has now bloated his body beyond familiarity, and the closed mouth clashes with a man that always smiled. The lips now glued together, committing his voice to bounce off the walls inside him that only those of us that miss it can hear. To the right, a five-piece band tunes up, resembling five strangers that know each other's tendencies. A slow hum starts from a tourist holding a microphone as the strangers key up together in a gospel clap with a keyboard, translating them on the fly. It was then that I noticed the lead guitar. The first strum pulled me across the bridge of salvation. A tug of war between an anchored moon and the guitar's thunder. Each calculated stroke of his hand leaves me, grasping for notes that jump off chords, trying to hold on to anything with a pulse, while the rest of the room sits as lifeless as my uncle. I have never heard this guitarist before, but after 20 seconds, he has never let me down. His eyes are closed if he sees melody better in the black of his mind, and his makeshift suit tightens around his shoulders as the conviction grows inside him, plucking the strings of his ancestors still hung from them, trying to shake them from magnolia trees. Maybe this man neglected children in his past, or the love of someone in the future. But in the space my uncle's son reflects on his father, my uncle's mother tells him she'll join him soon. The only thing I care about is the miracle that is now. Right now, this guitarist is plucking sanity at my ribs that awakens my uncle out of his slumber. And now we're in a desert land where all tears evaporate in the heat. And it's just me, the guitarist, and my uncle trucking through the desert in this powder blue semi. I got the strength to ride back out west, even though it's the only place demons still call me by my first name. But that doesn't matter. As the guitarist living a slow death, I have no idea what he's playing, but I hear God in my ear like a drunken friend at a rock concert. The glue is gone from my uncle's lips, and the fluid runs from his body as he laughs. And laughs and laughs like he did before his last breath, before the routine surgery, before Highways learned to call him Mr. Gibson, before he adopted my family, playing father to everyone who had misplaced theirs, before we both decided when I went pro, I would someday play for the Yankees, even though we both hated the fucking Yankees, but at the time, they were the best. And that's all my uncle ever wanted for me, was the best. It's hard to take the wheel of a vehicle you have no desire above riding shotgun in. As soon as I acknowledge that my uncle isn't driving anymore, I hear the guitar coughing his last breath through the amplified riffs. The walls of the funeral home fall from the sky around me, and my family populates one by one, tears and silence conversing between them. There's my uncle. His powder blue semi broke down along the side of the road. And as he stares up through the heavens through manly closed eyelids, my cousin squeezes my hand again. And this time with no guitar to pull me away, I squeeze her hand back.